Big A, how do you feel about your initial GARM suit coverage now that GARM was gone? Seems there was some collusion going on there. I think you're a nice guy, so I'm not going to call you an idiot. But I want you to think of, let's just use Occam's razor here, okay? Let's just cut down to the bone. If you guys don't know, Elon Musk sued a company called GARM. It's the Global Alliance for Responsible Media. It's a small nonprofit that has advertisers as members that works to make sure that where they place their advertisements doesn't have anti-Semitism and neo-Nazis or whatever next to their ads. That's what it does. That's what it exists to do. All right. Elon Musk sued it because his company X isn't making any money. And he's like, I want Unilever. I want Mars. I want CVS. I want Procter & Gamble. I want these big American family companies to advertise on X. And maybe if I sue them through GARM, I can get them back. GARM, understandably, is a relatively small nonprofit. It is staffed by like 4 people. They just shut down. They're not going to get into a legal battle with the world's richest man. They just shut down. And now everybody who has 0 brain cells in their head is sitting on Twitter going, wow, big win for Elon. He did it. But all that does is, it doesn't mean they're coming back to advertise. It doesn't mean they're going to come back. Like, what does it do? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get Unilever because, listen, imagine you're in Unilever's shoes. You're one of the biggest corporations on earth. You're thinking of where you're going to spend your advertising dollars. If you go to Twitter, or X, I'm sorry, now, after they sued you twice, you said, F you on stage, imagine spending $100 million with X, and then next quarter, you're like, oh, that didn't work so much. Let's go 50 million. He is liable. He's the kind of person that could call you out. The best thing to do is ignore him. The brand risk of even going near him is now so high. You can't even try spending on Twitter, because if you do and then ever cut it later, he'll sue you. Or he'll make it a culture war thing. You can't go near him. You have to just pretend. It's created such a toxic environment to putting your money on X. Second thing, I'm speaking as an actual advertiser who has spent money on this while at NVIDIA. I've managed budgets that are spent on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I've managed those things. I can promise you from the bottom of my soul, and you can look this up, you can look anyone. Twitter has been, even before Elon Musk took over, always been the worst place to spend money. It has always had the lowest click-through, lowest follow-through, worst targeting. It's always been the worst. People just don't leave it. They don't click out of it. And you can't like, again, this is not necessarily a good thing, but if you spend money on Facebook, you can target so precisely. I can get lonely 22-year-olds interested in gaming who have recently expressed interest in upgrading to a new GPU or whatever, dude. You can target so specifically. But if you are on Twitter, you got nothing. They have no ad product. It's always been bad. I just think about it like this. People are acting like Unilever or Nestle. People act like Nestle is taking a moral high ground on free speech and is like trying to crack down on Elon Musk morally. No! Nestle is not a moral company and they don't give a shit. Nestle just wants to make money. They can't make money on X. Think about it like this. Many people that I know who worked in marketing and social media actually hated the morals of Zuckerberg at the time much more. But they use Facebook anyway. They use Instagram anyway because it works. Companies aren't really moral when you boil it down to it. At the end of the day, all that matters is the result and the money they make. And many times, even though they probably wouldn't want to use Facebook, they didn't personally use Facebook, they would have to spend money there because it works. The reason people aren't using X, they could hate Elon, they would still use it if it worked. It doesn't work. That's what I'm telling you. If they fix the ad product, people will come back. But right now, you try to buy an ad on X, it's gonna put it next to the worst other ads in the world, some of which are like porn. It's gonna be next to the worst posts in the world. No one will click it anyway, and you can't target the right people. You're gonna get bots, you're gonna get... So that is the honest answer. I'm just telling you, when I saw those responses, I was so annoyed because GARM shutting down means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. But people are taking it like he had some big win. Does it make him any money? Anyway, I went into a rant there. I'm sorry. I went into a rant. Let's ask something nicer. I thought it was worse to advertise on Reddit than Twitter. Am I wrong? My understanding is Twitter is the worst, but I never advertised on Reddit. But from, I read Ad Age, I read marketing subreddit. They all say Twitter is like, they've tried spending on, like there was a case study of a guy who had this for an Elon video. I wonder if I can find it. I'll just tell you the long and short of it. It was a guy who liked Elon's politics. He had a small business. He liked Elon's politics and he spent, I don't know, 600 grand on Twitter and he got no sales. His sales went up maybe like, I don't know, 4,180. Some absolutely astronomically small number. Think about it. I mean, if you use the platform, do you really click the ads? Are you really buying things? I have seen ads occasionally on Instagram that have made me want to click through and buy. I have seen ads on TikTok occasionally. I have never, ever on X, never on Twitter. They're the worst. I work for a large healthcare company, and today our CFO announced that he wants us to become a tech company and not a healthcare company. But hours later, we had mass layoffs, so we might already be a tech company. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's classic CEO behavior. Classic, dude. That's such a classic spin. Hey, we've mismanaged things really badly. We are heading into a really bad quarter. We have to lay off a ton of people. It's not because of our mismanagement. It's because we're pivoting to become more lean tech company. Ishraq, could you tell a full-time worker that they're could you tell a full-time worker that they're working 2 part-time jobs and pay them less? Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying, like, let's say you hire someone to work the register and restock the shelves. Could you split that into 2 jobs, register guy and shelf restocker, both of which are part-time, keep them both under 40 hours, and be able to pay minimum wage, no benefits twice? Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying there's not somebody pulling that loophole, but I do think the Labor Bureau would have a problem with that. I think that would be tough to actually pull off. But I like your thinking. That outside of the box thinking, you got upper management written all over you. But the thing is, they would just hire, like, what they can do is just hire 2 people. And they do that. Why do they need you to do both? Do you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they just hire 2 people and then pit them against each other? My coworker works 2 different locations at the same store and they count as 2 different jobs. Well, there you go. Someone's getting it off. Someone's pulling it off. Hey, Big A, wondering if you're still racist against Australians. No. Me? No. I'm Australian. You first time chatter. Wow, that's a bad first impression. I love Bluey. Would you rather live in Canada or Australia? Oh, damn, tough question. Would I rather live in Canada? I think probably Australia. I don't like cold weather. I know there's parts of Canada that are nice, but they all have winter, right? I'm not a big winter guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, LA's 72 and sunny year round. I live for that. And if I go to Australia, I can probably get, somewhere similar. Weak Californian. True. Soy. Got $13 green juice. I just like it. I like it. I hate being hot. Really? It's interesting. Maybe I'm Arizona pilled. I like the heat, bro. I mean, I don't like overwhelming heat like Arizona. I hate when it's gray and cold. Dreary, bro. The sun makes me energetic. Makes me attack the day. Bro's a plant. No, I'm not a plant. I enjoy a nice warm day. Like I went to the basketball court. It's a sunny day, but not that hot. I'm out there. I'm in a little bit of shade. I'm shooting the ball. It's fun. I feel good. Warm, it gets me. If it was cold or if I had to wear like a jacket, no, thank you. Bro's photosynthesizing on the court. I can't plant triarch. It's like so normal for me to say like, hey, I prefer the heat to the cold. And now it's this whole thing. Shorts and a hoodie peak. Okay, but shorts and a hoodie is like warm at least. It's not frigid. You know what's better than shorts and a hoodie? Shorts and a t-shirt. Shorts and a t-shirt, dude. That's awesome. You're easy and breezy. Bro, I feel like if you're hoodie pilled, that basically is a roundabout way of saying you are a little antisocial. I know I'm reaching a little bit, but I don't think I am actually. I think if you want a hoodie that much, you want the barrier in some way.